chill. I got the work, I got the weed, that what that is. I got the perk, I got the drink, I got the bill. I got the work, I got the weed, that what that is. I got the perk, I got the drink, I got the bill. I got the work, I got the weed, that what that is. I make a meal in a minute. I get the money, I'm winning. All of my realms, they spinning. If you got the money, then spend it. I just be out on my hustle. Nigga came up on the struggle. I got that money in bubble. Now that money come in doubles. I'll be out here calling plays. All my niggas in the huddle. If my niggas come together. Listen, nigga, you in trouble. I get the money in bags. I'm talking that money is fast. These niggas be talking about money, but really these niggas ain't getting no cash. That money is stay on my mind. I hustle no nickels and dimes. These niggas say they from the jungle. A lot of these niggas be lying. Shot at she all on the molly. I know the money is coming in on the dollar. And I got whatever you want. I got the perk, I got the drink, I got the pill. I got the work, I got the weed, that what that is. I got the perk, I got the drink, I got the pill. I got the work, I got the weed, that what that is. When I'm in the club, I be jumping. All my niggas, we be lit. Diamonds all on my wrist. I be shining like a bitch. Hit me a couple of licks. Make me a couple of moves. I got the deal on the packs. What you niggas wanna do? High roller, I'm a high roller. Big money, I'm a money folder. Spend 10, I'ma make 20. Talking money while I make plenty. In the streets, I got them pills. Niggas know I got them deals. Selling medicine, doctor pill. Tell them haters they got to chill. Cause I got the move, I got the pot, I make it do what it do, hey. Check out the wrist, with the wrist I'm a fool. I got the move, nigga, this is what I do. I got the perk, I got the drink, I got the pill. I got the work, I got the weed, that what that is. I got the perk, I got the drink, I got the pill. I got the work, I got the weed, that what that is. I got the perk, I got the drink, I got the pill. I got the work, I got the weed, that what that is. I got the perk, I got the drink, I got the pill. I got the work, I got the weed, that what that is.
Hey, what's going on, my peoples? Hey, Toya. Hey, Sarah. How y'all doing, my peoples? Man, it's a great day. A great Sunday, man. How have y'all day been going? My day has been just fabulous. I've been resting, making sure I'm not going to do nothing. And that's my whole plan for the day. So yes, it is. I mean, Toya said, yes, it is. Right. I know, Toya. I know. Let me fix this right quick. About to kill Toya, y'all. Let me see her. Let me see her. Oh, there you go. My bad. But anyway, what's been going on, y'all? It's been raining here in Texas, y'all. It's been raining, y'all. It was so cold. Oh my goodness. I mean, when I say it was cold outside last night. Man, I mean, man, oh man, how cold it was. I'm gonna tell you, it was cold. It was cold. It was cold. It was cold. And I feel sorry for anybody that was out there in that cold last night. I mean, I was frozen, and I like to sleep with my window open sometimes. And I did last night. I slept with my window open for a little while. But I guess about 5 something this morning, it started getting real cold. And I'm like, man, it's getting cold outside. What's going on? But that's why I'm glad I went and got those coats. I went and got those blankets. I'm glad I found my first mind, get up, go and take care of it. You're not depending on nobody, go do it yourself. So what I did was took some of my little money, my little grocery bill, and went and did that. It's been cold here too. I know, huh, Sarah? Sarah done put some in the name. Your name done changed to Sarah. Yeah. And I guess we're in that season. We in the season. We in the season. We in the season, baby, where it's cold. We in that cold season. But you know, I'm one of the ones. I must say, I got to say, I be crying. Ooh, it's hot outside. Ooh, ooh, I be so glad when winter get here. I be so glad, but I be saying I be glad when fall get here. I don't say I be glad when winter get here. I don't say that. No, I don't say that. I don't say I be glad when winter get here. I might say I be glad when fall get here, but I never say I should be glad when winter get here. You'll never hear me say that one. No, you'll never hear me say that one. No, that's too much. And um, I like to stay in when winter time come. I don't like to really go out. You know, I be like, go outside for what? You know what I'm saying? That's why I try to get everything I need before winter really kick in. I try to get all my food, and if I got to order some food, it's gonna be from Walmart where they can bring it to me because I'm not gonna go out there in the cold. You know, order my food where I can have enough food that lasts me, through the time. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean get just junk food. I mean get some food that's gonna stick on your stomach. That's gonna do the do. That's what I mean when I say that. You know what I'm talking about? That's what I mean. Anyway, we're gonna talk about some domestic violence, y'all. I got a video I want to show of a lady. Some things happen. Um, do we know the signs of the domestic violence? You know there's signs, right? There is a lot of signs for domestic violence. You know, they even have a hand signal for help. Like you hold your hand up with your thumb tucked in your palm, then you folding your fingers down, symbolically trapping your thumb in your fingers. Now, you have to really be a person that's in, that's in domestic violence and learn that sign. Again, holding your hand up with your thumb tucked into your palm, then folding your fingers down symbolically, trapping your thumb in your finger. That's supposed to be a hand sign for that. You know, I I don't even know that hand sign. I don't. I don't even know it. I haven't even learned it. I didn't even know they even had a hand sign. Excuse me, for domestic violence. Hmm. But now I know. I just learned something today with you all. You know what I'm saying? I just learned something today with you all. Now, warnings of domestic violence in the partner is with it can be it can worsen over time, making domestic violence early warning signs more difficult to identify. Again, making domestic violence early warning signs more difficult to identify and acknowledgeable. Recognize early red flags can help people escape dangerously situations before they even escalate. You know what I'm saying? You got something that's extremely jealous and possessive. I don't know if I even dealt with a person. Let's see, have I dealt with a person that's jealous? I have, but there was a sign that I just looked over. You know, you be in situations, but you look over those situations. Love bombing by followed by control. You know, they shy you with affections and gifts, and then early on in the relationship, but soon begin to criticize and then try to manipulate you. Right along, they be trying to control your behavior. You know, tell you what to do, what you can wear, who you can see, uh, what you can and can't do. Um, it's different signs, and sometimes, like I just said, we see those signs. You know, what I'm saying, but we don't be looking at those signs. We look at those signs like he tripping. He got some nerve. I don't know what he talking about. He got me mixed up. But then at the same time, those be signs, y'all. Those be signs. Even the physical intimidation, like slamming doors or destroying your property or stand too close, can be an early signs of physical abuse. You know what I'm talking about? Stuff like that. When a person shows those signs, leave. I'm talking about as soon as possible. Yes, you know. But Sarah, but am I right? Sometimes when a guy tell you, you know, I'm gonna do this to you, you don't quit playing. If you don't do this, I'm gonna do that to you. You know, start doing things to you like intimidating you or gaslighting situations. And things like that. Do you, at that time when that's going on with a person, do you look at it as being a situation of domestic violence, or do you look at a situation as, oh, they tripping, they crazy? No, I ain't gonna pay them no attention. It's not. Oh, it's only gonna get worse, right? But when it first started out, do you really pay those things any attention? Do you really just sit and just sit back and just think? I don't. I haven't. Because when a guy do that, I be like, oh, he tripping. I don't pay him no mind. But at the same time, when I'm saying he's tripping and I'm not paying him no mind, guess what? I'm being abused. I am being freaking me abused. You have to observe. You have to observe everything. Yes, you have to observe everything. But back in the day, we didn't observe everything like we would do it now. We know now. I know now because I got wiser, and then I done been in this situation before, and I done been there. I've been through the whole 9, 10, 12 yards of it, how you want to say it. You know, um, that's the way it is. Hey, Papoose, we didn't know what it was back then. We didn't know. We didn't pay no attention. But now, as we done got older and we know what it is, with all the knowledge that done came out about it, and we done learned about the science, and we've seen it. Now we know what to run straight away from it. Pew, burn off, get away from it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. You know, get away. And the first thing to get away is you prepare yourself. Start preparing, saving your money. You know, find places, shelters to go, or somebody who can hold you down. But that's somebody who's not a friend in the same category with you and your man. You know what I'm saying? That friend gonna stand you down firm with you while you go through your journey of transitioning to being a single, able body and strong minded person and trying to get out of a domestic violence situation. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about? But your first sign is start making your plans, your getaway, escape plan. And when you make those plans, don't just put them down anywhere where anybody can pick them up and read them and then start chastising you about them. And then there'll be another situation you got to go through, and then it's gonna be harder next time to try to make plans because they're gonna be always on your neck, looking forward, looking down on you, seeing what you're doing, what you got going on. Well, um, things of that sort. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So let's check this video out, y'all.
Every 9 seconds,
She did try to tell me something.
a woman
My baby father. He just put a gun out on me and all of that. Why my daughter killed?
is assaulted or beaten in the U.S.
She took that beating the week before.
There is very little here at the Chevrolet apartment complex to remind you of the tragic intersection of 3 lives. Calls for help that came too late. Children scarred
You
for
may turn
life.
your volume up a tad
Tarika
bit. My
Jones,
bad.
Jaleesa Harris, and Kevin Reynolds left here in the most violent of ways. Their families and communities are still suffering.
These people could be your family or friends. Prince George's County, where nearly 1 million people live, leads the state of Maryland in these kinds of tragedies. You're about to meet a mom who found out in the most painful way possible that it is not someone else's problem.
I met with LaShawn Harris back in the spring, and we were going to sit down and talk about her daughter. It was pretty tough. And at that time, an interview was not part of the equation. Until about 2 months later, when she reached back to me, it was right around the time of her daughter Jaleesa's birthday.
Breaking overnight in Prince George's County.
You can see several patrol cars at these apartment complexes.
Trying to get some information on the people involved here.
I just looked at the TV and I said, God, just don't let that be my baby.
Protect your health with plans that include $0 checkups and screenings. Preventive care helps you spot problems before they start.
Everyone listened when 22-year-old Jaleesa Walls Harris lifted her voice to sing. She unleashed her range in church, in contests, and in verse. She wanted to be a star and use her talents to help others, particularly her half-sister Tarika Jones. Jaleesa's mom can't seem to shake one of her last conversations with her daughter Jaleesa and Tarika. There was a problem, and Jaleesa's mom was trying to help.
No woman deserves to be hit on. I don't care what. I said, you should never let yourself be beat up. Never. So Jaleesa said, see, I told you, Tarika, my mother wouldn't be going for that. And so I was like, is it you? And she's like, no. And she was just quiet.
What do you wish you had said to Tarika in that moment?
I would have just hugged her. And I keep looking at the chair because that's what she was saying. And I would have kissed her and told her that I love you. You don't deserve this.
You see, Jaleesa's mom had no idea that Tarika, her daughter's half-sister, was in trouble. 26-year-old Tarika Jones was a devoted mother of 3 young girls. By all accounts, she loved cooking meals and telling the world about her sweet babies on social media. A place that did not showcase this man, 30-year-old Kevin Reynolds, the father of her youngest daughter and former boyfriend.
From my understanding, they just had a strange relationship, a on and off relationship.
And according to police documents, it was volatile at times. Tarika told Kevin she wanted to move on. Police think that sent Kevin into a jealous rage.
Let me take you back to a night in February. Tarika called police for help 2 times that night. Kevin was supposed to drop their daughter off, but that handoff quickly turned violent. Here's what Tarika wrote in her witness statement to police. At like 6 p.m., Kevin's supposed to drop our daughter off to me, and when he got here, I went on the opposite side of the car to get my daughter. He rushed at me and grabbed me and threw me to the ground. He continued to pick me up and toss me. After I finally could get to my feet, I ran to my neighbor's house, and he took my phone and threw it because I said I was calling the police. More than an hour later, this happened, and we want to warn you, what you're about to hear is graphic, and some of the language is raw.
waking up in the morning with missing teeth and going on the same day with a beautiful, functional, natural-looking smile.
This is Georgia County 911. What's the address of your location? Ma'am. Ma'am.
5527. I'm trying to pull out a gun or somebody.
This is a house or apartment? Ma'am.
It's an apartment.
Everything is chaos out here in this parking lot. Tarika is here, Kevin is here, Kevin's mother is here, even the father of Tarika's other two daughters is here. And remember that police statement? Well, Tarika speculates this is why things got out of hand. She wrote, "He must have thought that I called my other baby father, so he went to a truck and got a gun. As I seen him running towards me, I run towards my car to call the police. His mother came in the car to grab my phone saying, 'That's her son. Don't call the police.'"
A gun on somebody with your kids out here? You know anything? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because you can get something you can't do.
That you Tarika refers to is Kevin's mother.
Kevin is arrested and charged with assaulting Tarika, but she's at a crossroads. She has 3 small girls to raise, and the man who helps her do that is in jail.
Kevin Rimmel, 2E570698.
3 weeks later, Tarika and Kevin are together again for a bond hearing. You're going to hear the actual audio of the courtroom proceedings. It didn't take long. Listen to how Judge Joseph Wright wrestles with and ultimately makes a decision that would change lives forever.
Mr. Reynolds is currently being held in no bond. We are asking that you set a bond, Your Honor, to a $5,000 bond with a 10% option and pretrial release.
I have had occasion to speak to Ms. Jones. She indicates that she is not in fear of him and that she, in fact, wants him home.
The facts read as a fairly violent episode. And then if I look at his record, destruction, conviction for assault, which is what this case is actually charged as, first-degree assault. Another conviction for assault, a weapons conviction as well. He believes he got off from probation 2 days ago.
Ms. Jones disputes some of the allegations in the statement of charges, Your Honor. I believe that a $5,000 bond is appropriate in this matter.
I disagree. For all the reasons I've said, for public safety, for the record, for the way the facts read, I'll set a bond. It'll be $20,000.
So that's it. Kevin is out of jail. And Tarika, a young mother of 3, had no idea what had been set in motion. So that brings us back to Jaleesa. She and her half-sister Tarika would sometimes go weeks or months without seeing each other. But Tarika reached out to Jaleesa after that parking lot incident with Kevin.
Jaleesa came downstairs one day, all excited, and said, Mom, guess what? Guess who hit me up on Facebook? And I was like, who? And she said, it was Tarika. She said she misses me. And I miss her too, Mom. I was like, okay.
The sisters were supposed to hang out on a Monday night, just 5 days after Kevin got out of jail. Jaleesa's mom was concerned about Tarika's influence on her daughter.
And I just said, just be careful. Just be careful. Guard your heart.
And I just came home and heard gunshots. The ladies there that live in the apartment, they're on the ground. Blood stains all over the place. It
was the shots I heard that woke me up. Bam, bam, bam.
Just after 10 p.m. on March 7th, police say Kevin knocked on the door of Tarika's Chevrolet apartment. He had a gun. He walked in and fired the shots, hitting Tarika and Jaleesa. They died under a kitchen table on the floor. Then Kevin fled, leaving Tarika's 3 girls, one of them his own daughter, in the next room. It could have been worse. Tarika's grandmother lived there too.
She wasn't prepared for what she was getting ready to see.
No, not at all. She was coming back, from my understanding, from work, and this is what she came home to.
And she was saying, Reed, what have you done to yourself? And Reed was underneath the table, the other girls were on the other side of the table, and they're both slumped and like in a knot.
The next day, Kevin's body was found 100 miles away in Hanover County, Virginia, slumped in his getaway car, shoes off, with a gunshot to the head. In just a matter of hours, 3 people are dead: Tarika, Kevin, and Jaleesa, who was caught in the middle.
I raised my kids to steer clear of that, but that in itself wasn't enough.
The Domestic Violence Fatality Review Team in Prince George's County points out all the signs that appear to be on the horizon between Tarika and Kevin. You've got this relationship with escalating tension and violence that Tarika was trying to end, lengthy contact with the justice system, family members who witnessed and knew about the abuse, and that recanted statement from the incident in February. Tarika needed Kevin to help pay the bills.
And we do our level best every day to keep people safe. This is what we are here to do. And in a case like this one where we fail to do that, it is our worst nightmare.
An unforeseen turn of events because Tarika changed her story.
What we knew is what she said. I'm not fearful. I'm okay with him coming home. If this didn't happen the way that the charging document says it happens, and I'm the person to know.
This may be a turning point for the way Prince George's County handles these kinds of cases going forward. State's Attorney Angela Also Brooks admits her office made a mistake.
If there are certain convictions, a certain history, it doesn't matter what the victim says. His or her desire is, we have to make an objective decision that doesn't always include the victim.
What the state's attorney is saying here is important. She's saying we can't always listen to what the victims are saying because sometimes they don't realize how much danger they're in. She's saying we simply can't afford to do that anymore.
It would have saved my daughter's life, who had nothing to do with it. I'm definitely mad because had he been in jail, my daughter would be here.
We weren't allowed to talk to Judge Joseph Wright about what happened in his courtroom. Dr. Tricia Bent Goodley is in charge of the team that reviews these cases in Prince George's County.
In many of these cases, that perpetrator has made a decision that this is what's going to happen. And it's just a matter of when they execute it. It really does require us very early on talking about what does it mean to love someone? What does it mean to respect someone? When you don't see that, you need to pay attention to it.
My baby father.
These women have all been caught in the spin cycle of domestic violence.
He just put a gun on me and ordered it.
They say healing starts with knowing what's broken in the first place.
And I just came home and heard gunshots and my neighbors are calling too.
If I knew how to love, if I knew how to give love, I could have recognized what I was lacking in the relationship.
I just wish that more people will speak up.
I thought he just adored me, where it was actually an obsession with me.
Don't put yourself in that situation because not only will it affect you and that person, families get destroyed behind this. Look at us.
Man, that was deep. But I just want to say this right here. Why? Why? Why did she say she wasn't afraid of him? Why did she drop those charges? Why? Why? Just why did she do that? Why? Why? And had she not been honest with her half sister, maybe her half sister wouldn't got caught in between the situation. But my thing is, why? Even though we know she had kids, we know bills and life gonna be lifing and life is lifing. But why would you go there and say that you were not afraid of him. You okay? You dropped those charges. They gave him a bail. Why? Why? Why did you do that? Oh my God, why you do that? You know, even when you leave from the relationship, the domestic violence relationship, sometimes these men, women still will hunt you down and continue to come around because they don't want nobody else to have you. And that's true, Toya. That's true. That she's scared. But Sarah, how could she be scared? And she went and dropped the charges. They had him where they needed him to be, locked up. He didn't have no $20,000 bail money. She had to get that money for him to get out of jail. She supported him of getting out. Man, let's take a break right quick, y'all. Man. Oh yeah, I'm back, man. I'm mad at that lady because I can't believe how she went and dropped those charges like that. I just can't believe that. I'm just mad at her. But anyway, so I keep getting these messages, and a while back I did call down to the parole board. I mean the probation place. What Toya said sometimes they drop them out of fear, sometimes because they're not ready to let go. I know. But I got this letter in the mail. I mean, this. Well, when my accuser, every time my accuser do something, they contact me and they let me know every time, right? So this is a letter right here to let me know that he was roaming the streets. You know, this is to notify you that TDCJ Parole Division issued a warrant for the arrest of this offender due to an allegedly violation of condition of supervision. You may contact the Houston Parole Office 7 in Houston, Texas, whatever, for additional information of this offender's status. Now, I just want to say this. I have called down there. Me and one of my moms, we called down there to see what was going on before this notice here. She gave me some runaround. She really didn't know that I had to call. If I want to make another complaint, call parole board, and she didn't have no information to tell me nothing. But that he it's something to do with his what you call it when you get somewhere to stay at. I can't remember what you call it, but yeah. So he's there. But when he get in trouble, they take him to jail. But then let him go right back to it's called a halfway house, to the halfway house. So I'm not understanding what's going on, right? But they continue to keep doing this. So this is my latest one I got like maybe a day or two ago. I got this notice here. And then it followed up with this. Now, I always never remind you now, I always get text messages. I always get text messages. And I always got to follow up with a email. This email here tells me that this to notify you this offender has been arrested on 11/28/2025. This offender is in custody due to an allegedly violation of the condition of supervision. You may contact the Harris County Jail for additional information. If this offender has violated condition of supervision, the parole board may revoke supervision and return the offender back to TDCJ custody. You will receive notification if supervision is revoked and the offender is returned to TDCJ. If the supervision is not revoked, the offender may be allowed to continue supervision under the same or modified conditions. The TCDJVSD is not able to notify you of any changes in the offender status while in county custody. However, if the county has partnered with TDCJ VSD to provide seamless notifications, you will receive updates from this like I normally do. So let's go back to what they said. If this offender has violated conditions of a supervision, the parole board may revoke supervision and return the offender to TDCJ custody. I'm thinking about calling, but I'm not thinking about calling Harris County, which is Houston. I'm not calling those people. I'm thinking about calling the parole board. Because he needs to be up on the return back to the TDCJ custody. He do not need to go back to the halfway house. He have had so many chances after chances after chances of getting in trouble at the halfway house, going back in custody into the jail system in Houston, which is Harris County. They letting him back out, letting him go back to the halfway house. And this dummy keeps getting in trouble again. So my thing is now, I see that somebody's not handling their business down there because all the chances that he has gotten, He should be back down at the TDCJ in custody in the prison. There is no way in heck he should be out at the halfway house still doing what he's doing. And then I got a problem with when I call, you can't even give me no information. You don't know nothing. You silent. You got silent night. You know what I'm saying? So now, since I read this again with you all, and it tells me that this offender has violated condition of supervision, the parole board may revoke supervision and return offender back to the TDCJ custody. That gives me the right and say that I need to call the parole board of Texas. I need to call them because this fool has had too many chances. I mean, too many that I can't even account for. And I'm talking about this year itself. He's been doing a fool. And to be honest with you, I know this got to be about his 6th time getting in trouble at the halfway house. But my thing is, what kind of trouble could he be doing? What kind of things could he be doing to get in trouble at a halfway house? I thought a halfway house is where you go there, go to work, get yourself together, save your money, do some classes, some counseling, get yourself together where you be able to move out and get on your own and hold your own down, and not get in no trouble. That's what I thought the halfway house was. Now, I don't know. Let me see. That's what I thought it was for. But I didn't think it was for nobody who could continuously get in trouble. And they keep tapping him on his hand, spanking his hand like, don't do this, and stop doing that, you can't get in more trouble, this you get in trouble, this gonna happen, it's crazy. Okay, Toya. Okay. Thank you, love. I so appreciate you, baby. I appreciate you. Let me look this up. Okay. So, a halfway house is a residential facility that provides a structured and supervised environment for individuals transitioning from jail or prison back into society. These centers offer a supportive middle ground to help residents develop life skills, find employment, and reconnect with the community, serving as a bridge between incarceration and full independence. The primary goal is to reduce recidivism by easing the process and providing a stable base for rebuilding their lives. So basically what I said. Just basically what I said. That's basically what it is. But yeah, I'm thinking about making a phone call to Texas Parole Board to see what's going on, because I can't figure out, what's going on. I might go live and do it so we can all figure out what's going on, or, I might just make the call myself, but I got the call because it's too many chances, and He gets getting too many spanks on the hand and no spanks on his ass. You know what I'm talking about? On that part. But anyway, I just want to come out here and do some awareness with domestic violence. And domestic violence has picked up, this year for 2025. Let me see here. Yeah, it's picked up a lot. I had the 1-800 number you can call, which is 1-800-799-7233. You can call that number. And they also have a text message number. Let me see. They have a text message number too. You can text them as well. That's in case somebody's in the room with you. You can't talk or something like that. You can get them a text. You know what I'm saying? And that's text start. The message will be start, and you're gonna text it to 88788. You're gonna text the message start, and then you would text that to 88788. And these people, this is free, confidential. They're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you're in immediate danger, you call the 911, which would be safer, if you're in immediate danger. If not, like I said, make your plans. Like I said, make your plans. Don't leave them just laying around. But make your plans. Your safe planning to get out of there. You know. If you're living with abuse and you got kids, try to keep you and your children safe while still living there with the abuser. If you got a stalker, you got to know different signs. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, get your restraining order. Y'all might say, but restraining orders don't work. It don't do nothing. It can do something. And this is what I'm going to say when I say it. It can do something. If you get a restraining order, if you live in a state where your firearm has to be registered, I don't know what state they will be, because right now our firearm is free ride right now. And get you some firearm. You may be scared to use it, or scared to be around it, or scared to have it in your house, but you can also get gun safety locks. You get those gun safety locks, you got children if you're scared to have it, but get you some firearm. Get you a restraining order. Get you some firearm. If you don't know how to shoot, or you scared, you go to a gun range, gun classes. They got classes. They show you how to protect yourself with it. They show you how to put it up safely, load it and unload it, and put your lock in there. Put your lock on there. But get your firearm. So that firearm and that protection order gonna go hand in hand. Because when you got to use that firearm that day on that person, in your mind, just know I got a protection order. I got my right to protect myself. My restraining order is to protect me. He's in my space. You got the right with that firearm at that present time, because he's violating your restraining order, and you got that firearm to protect yourself. So there is a way to make that restraining order work for you. If you're scared of a firearm, get your iron baseball bat. Get you several of them, put them behind. Get you a few of them, put behind your doors. No need to put them up on your bed for what you need a bat up on your bed for. You ain't got time to be reaching up under the bed getting no bed, right? You need your bed to be somewhere where you can touch it. You can reach and grab it. You have to fight your way. But a restraining order can come in handy. You just know how you got to use it. Well, I got a restraining order, didn't do nothing for me, still came around, whatever. Again, you have to make that restraining order work for you. Get you some firearm. If it's not legal in your state, go get you some license. Make it legal. Go to training class. Go to the gun range. Protect yourself. Protect your children. You know? Just and we all, when it comes down to our kids, as women and as mothers, we all are mother bearers. Am I right? I know I'm right. I'm right. But anyway, I just want to come here and announce that, and also, Thanksgiving was good, and I hope everybody had a good one. You know, you welcome, Sarah. You welcome. You welcome. For Christmas, I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna cook for Christmas. I'm gonna throw down for Christmas. I really didn't do too much for Thanksgiving. But there's things that go on in this life. Sign to you, baby. Sign to you. Sign to you. But I'm finna get off here. Y'all see those Cowboys been doing their thing. They been showing out. You is too, Sarah. I think my son gonna fix some pancakes and sausage and grits. I think that's what we're gonna have in a few minutes. Yeah, I've been trying to eat a little light. My tailbone's still a little hurt, but I'm gonna be all right. That's a little way of life. I'm gonna be all right. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here. But yeah, I went and bought those coats and those blankets, and I had about 20, almost 30 some. I had about 30 some items, and it was a green tag day. I know, right, Sarah? It was a green tag day, so I got a little discount on the blankets, so it was like 3 something, but I got it for like $2 and something with the little green tag or whatever, for that day. So I got about 20 some, about 20 to 30 some items. Got a couple of coats and stuff, and I'm glad I handled them out because, like I said, this morning was cold and it's been raining, and Sarah says it's been raining where she's at, and I can just do what I can do. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I ain't gonna let nothing stop me. If I can do it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be all right. But anyway, y'all know our motto. I'll be back on Tuesday. Yeah, I'll be back on Tuesday. We're gonna talk about about the prisoners. Where do they go when they get out of jail? Yeah, and we're gonna talk about some other stuff. But anyway, y'all know our motto. How the hell you gonna love somebody you don't love yourself? Peace.